Welcome to the Windows Computer and Technology channel, and I get this question a lot lately about the famous 18-month cycles between Windows 10 feature updates and what exactly is going to happen in the future of this. Well, one of the things that is interesting right now is that Microsoft still regards the updates as being updates that are good for 18 months. So up to 21H1, the updates have that tag of 18 months. And where it could change, or where we're wondering it's going to change, is 21H2. Would 21H2 have a different time frame for the end of support? There was a certain logic of that update frame with the feature updates, because there were 2 feature updates every year. So they were giving all the time 18-month cycle to users, 24 months to enterprise. And that was because they knew that feature updates and new updates were coming every year. Thing is, where we have no idea what's happening is next year. 22H1, 22H2. Is that something happening? Could it be that Microsoft still plans to have these small cumulative feature updates? That is not impossible. They're smaller. It's not going to bring a lot of new features, but it would be a way of Microsoft to bring in still gradually some new features here and there, or change different things in Windows 10 without being, big feature updates where you have to bring in hundreds of new things to look at and change. So my take on it is that it might stay like that for a simple reason. Microsoft might still be thinking of, 22H1, 22H2, and 23H1, 23H2 until the end of support in the end of 2025. So that would make Microsoft still want to keep the 18-month cycles of each version, because you would be able to move on after a year and a half to whatever new version of Windows 10 is available. In the possibility that there are absolutely no new feature updates in any way, not even a cumulative update once or twice a year, then that would mean they have to change that time frame. It would mean that 21H2, for example, would not have any more 18-month cycle support. It would be simply 21H2 is supported until the end of 2025. So these are questions unanswered, and that's going to be interesting to see as we go into next year. What exactly will Windows 10 get as updates? Will they have simply, the Patch Tuesday updates and the bug fixing updates? Or will we still have small cumulative updates that will be these little updates with a couple of new features, and that was still going on, and that will be tested, even though Windows 11 is the main focus now at Microsoft? That would not be impossible, I think. But big feature updates like we used to have in the past, that will not happen. Another thing a lot of people are asking me is, some people are under the impression that, Windows 10, as they gets new updates, will slowly get all the features of Windows 11. Don't count on it. Windows 10 will stay pretty much what it looks like now. Will pretty much be Windows 10 as it is now. Even in 2025, I don't think, if you look at Windows 10 when it nears the end of support, it'll be much different than what you see here, because I don't think they're going to do any major shift or changes in the operating system for Windows 10. And last, the other question that people are asking me is about that end of support 2025. A lot of people are, telling me, in 2025, what happens? Well, my Windows 10 stopped working. Windows never stops working when it ends support. It just becomes a dangerous project to continue using because it has no more security updates, and that you don't want. It's like Windows XP. Windows XP still works on machines that can run it. Windows 7 still works on machine that can run it. It's just that it's not getting any updates. So you got thousands, literally, of security flaws that are very, very important. and that can be exploited. So Windows 10 will have the same fate. There's no switch off date for any OS. It just stops getting security updates when it actually reaches end of support. But you don't want to continue using it because it becomes a big risk. And any operating system that has no security updates, you don't want to do banking, you don't want to do anything important on it, and you barely want to use it because you can easily get bitten by ransomware or malware. And no antivirus is going to protect you. People thinking that have no idea what security is all about. And so the other question that some have is, well, do you think there could be extension to that 2025? It's too early to know because it will all depend on the numbers. How many people will have moved to Windows 11 at that point, first of all, and how many people are left on Windows 10. It happened once. There was an extension, and it happened with Windows XP. Windows XP was very popular. They did extend it more than they had previously thought. So people had a couple of years to adjust themselves. It never happened after that. People were in the impression that Windows 7 would have an extension because it was so popular. It never happened. It never happened because Microsoft wanted everybody to go to Windows 10. And Windows 7 machines, one of the differences with Windows 7 machines is that most of them were compatible and moved on to Windows 10. Here we're in a different situation. Most Windows 10 machines right now are probably not capable of going to Windows 10 in what we call, supported mode. Yes, they can go to Windows 11. I said Windows 10, I think. Windows 11. If you have unsupported hardware, they'll let you go there. But the experience might not be all that it is and all that it should be. But by the end of 2025, that is going to be different. By the end of 2025, in 4 years, a lot of the PCs that are now being used are going to have been replaced. And that means in the end of 2025, the amount of PCs that could run Windows 11 will be much higher than today. And this is going to be the defining phase of, is Windows 10 getting or not extended support at some point? It will definitely get extended support for enterprise, which is paid support. For consumers, we don't know. It will all depend on the numbers, and I think that's where the pressure will be. If the numbers of Windows 10 stay very high, the pressure will be on Microsoft to, of course, extend it. But it's too early to see this right now. This is probably all going to be decided within the last year of support and where everything is. It's going to be interesting to see how many Windows 11 machines are there in 2025, how many Windows 10 machines are left. That definitely will be an interesting numbers to look at. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.